We walked into the gangs.
Buenas tardes.
They locked them all up. 2 gangs that had been terrorizing everyone. Now they're all in one place. This is what the president of El Salvador did. He changed the entire country. From being the world's crime capital for decades to becoming one of the safest countries in the world today, all because of this president. This is Nayib Bukele. He's of an Arab descent. His ancestors migrated to El Salvador in the early 19th century and he's of Palestinian origin. His father was known as the leader of El Salvador. Since taking office in 2019, he has transformed the country.
These criminals of parliament do not even want to approve money that is not theirs, but it's of the people of El Salvador, to guarantee safety of the people of El Salvador.
This is Secot Prison in El Salvador.
Cuando nos miramos.
It's one of the most secure prisons in the world, here in El Salvador.
President Bukele has taken a strong stance against the
Today we'll uncover the story of El Salvador and step inside Secot Prison. We drove for an hour from the city to reach Secot, one of the most heavily guarded prisons in the world. In March 2022,
El Salvador is under state of emergency.
a state of emergency was declared, leading to the arrest of 64,000 criminals. A new prison was then built specifically for gang members and opened in 2023. It's called Secot. Here's the prison. We're at the gates of Secot. Look at the level of security. It is known as the prison for gangsters and terrorists. They invited media outlets to broadcast the scene to the entire world, serving as a deterrent to anyone who dares break the law.
There's no signal around all the area.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome. I'm the director of the Center of Confinement of Terrorism.
The security measures are so tight that entering this prison feels like going through an airport. There is strict screening before we can even enter. Look at this advanced equipment. This prison is not about rehabilitation. It's strictly for gang members.
Translate.
There are 2 more gates here. This is the second checkpoint. This is a special inspection room. They check clothing and even socks. Everything must be lightweight.
Comenzamos.
Vamos.
We are entering another room now. How many rooms do we have to go through before reaching the prisoners? Secot consists of 8 massive cell blocks, each capable of holding thousands of inmates. This is not just a prison, this is a security fortress. This high-tech device is used to verify both prisoners and prison staff. Look at all these advanced devices. There are cameras and fingerprint scanners. Criminals arrive here without identification, so all these devices are used for verification. The cameras are advanced and feature facial recognition. There are also motion sensors. We are approaching the prison cells.
The Secot was built in a record time of 7 months. Because of the type of criminals that we have here, it was necessary to have an infrastructure that met all the requirements to be able to control this type of subjects that for many years caused mourning and pain to our society. The infrastructure has a single entrance, entry and exit. In addition, why was Seacot born?
Sekot was built following the declaration of a state of emergency, with mass arrests taking place. A vast facility was needed to house the criminals. This is the largest prison in Latin America, spanning the size of 8 football fields with a capacity of 40,000 inmates. Inside are one of the most dangerous criminals in the world, 2 of the largest gangs in Latin America. These gangs are Barrio 18 and MS-13. We'll see them now, and they are now behind bars. Very few people are granted permission. I might be the first Arab to receive permission to film inside.
How difficult is to escape this prison?
Impossible.
The prison is surrounded by massive 15-meter-high concrete walls, reinforced with barbed wire and 19 watchtowers. They say escaping from here is impossible. The security is very extreme. The prison is guarded by 600 soldiers and 250 police officers. These are the guards. I'll film a series of videos about prisons. But first, let's get this video to 200,000 likes.
We're going now to the armory.
This is an armory here. If anyone even thinks of escaping, just look at what awaits them. El Salvador declared war on gangs. Look,
Here we are. Here we are in the weapons warehouse.
So you are announce a war against the gang.
Yes, we have this other type of weaponry.
look at all these weapons. They declared war on terrorism. To make the country safer, they will go to great lengths for this.
We must have them under control. Cuff in their hands and their feet.
Leg cuffs. Look at the types of cuffs they have here. These bind both hands and feet together. When cuffed with these, you see them walking uncomfortably.
The tonfa.
The equipment they are wearing is designed for emergencies. This is the result of the state of emergency. All these equipment serves one purpose: protecting citizens. Public safety is the priority. As for the prison guards, they have certain privileges here. This is for the guards, not the inmates. The prisoners cannot leave their cells.
Do you feel responsible of the safety of the country, you and the guard here? Because if this gang go out,
Yes.
This is what makes a country safe.
thank you for your service. Thank you.
This is for shaving, okay? You might think it's for the inmates, but it's actually for the guards. They must be well taken care of since they're surrounded by some of the most dangerous criminals in the world. These are the guards' dormitories. They work here for 5 days, followed by 5 days off.
This is to minimize the impact of stress that comes from being there in front of those criminals all day.
This gym is for the guards. It's all for the guards' well-being.
Come with me.
Now we're about to enter the prisoners' area. This is the most important part of the video. The world's most dangerous gang leaders are just a few steps away.
Once they enter the center of confinement of terrorism, they will never leave again.
Once they pass through this gate, they never come out. We're now going to the cells.
Come inside.
We walked into the gangs.
Buenas tardes.
None of their family members are allowed to visit them. Both gangs have been imprisoned together. Each participated in the murder of over 200 people, in rape, and in many other crimes. They said if you look at them, they will give you a terrifying glare. Let's see.
As you can see, each of them wears a white uniform, t-shirt, white shorts, and white slippers. Those are the only things they have inside. There are no mattresses. They sleep on that iron surface they have there.
There's a huge number of guards here. It feels like the country is at war. All prisoners wear the same white uniform, every single one of them. The lights are never turned off. They stay on 24/7, so the prisoners never know the time and the guards can monitor them. They have no chance to misbehave. Each cell has a capacity of 100 inmates, but there are only 80 beds per cell. They have no blankets or anything to protect themselves from the cold.
Control and monitoring is 24/7. In addition to the personnel, we have the camera system that allows us to monitor in real time each of the activities.
A few of them are now being let out to do some exercises. Prisoners are only allowed out of their cells for 30 minutes a day to exercise, using only their body weight. The cells are at full capacity. It feels like a scene from a movie. Sekot.
Hay un clamor, abre los cielos sobre nosotros, abre los cielos, Señor, a llover.
This is the only activity they're allowed. They're not allowed to do anything else.
Somos tu pueblo, somos tu hija. Abre los cielos, Señor.
Their tattoos reveal which gang they belong to. Anyone with gang tattoos is immediately arrested. The police have a special tattoo catalog. Each marking signifies a gang affiliation. Some gang members tried to alter their tattoos, but they failed. There are nurses here. A doctor visits daily to check on them. Medical staff must always be present because inmates are not allowed to leave.
From here?
There's a room where they can communicate with their lawyers via video call. Trials are conducted here because they're not allowed to go out. Here they speak to their lawyers via video.
Here we see the inmates
Sit down.
through the screen. We can visualize the court and the other prisons that are linked to the same hearing. Here we have the clinic,
Look at all these rooms inside this incredible prison.
the treatment and injection area.
We are now walking among members of the two most dangerous gangs in the world. They're to our right and left.
I'm going to present you 3 profiles of the type of criminals we have here. Subjects who are at a certain moment played at being gods. They decided who lived or who died.
He is going to show us these 3 criminals and what they did,
Take off your mask.
and tell us about their crimes. They were such a danger to society.
Elias El Seco, active member of the gang Barrio 18. The subject is charged with aggravated homicide. He has a sentence of more than 100 years in prison. Lift up your shirt.
Their tattoos will tell us which gang they belong to. This one killed 5 people. He killed them just because they crossed into his territory.
Turn around.
They all have tattoos. He is an MS-13 member. He kidnapped 4 people. The one beside him murdered 5. This is just a small sample of the criminals imprisoned here. The 3rd inmate is also a gang member. He killed a young girl who had a promising future as an athlete.
He later murdered her. Lift up your shirt.
He stole her future. Their tattoos made it easier to identify and capture them. Look, he has an 18 tattooed on him. That means he's a Barrio 18 member.
Most of the tattoos you see on them have some tombstones. They wear these tattoos in memory of other gang members, members of their clique who were eliminated.
They also have tattoos of graves and skulls of people they've killed.
Here, Maria, what does it say here? Santana Guzman, who is she? She's his grandmother. His son's face.
This one has tattoos in memory of fallen gang members. He tattooed them as skulls. Every tattoo has a meaning. They arrested them all and locked them in the same prison. These 2 gangs were at war, but now they're imprisoned together.
Usually, there are women's faces on their legs, as well as tattoos of skulls and marijuana.
Thankfully, I live far away. If any of them got hold of me in the future, I'd be in serious trouble. These gangs were once enemies, but now they share the same cell. Their entire lives are confined within this cell. They can never leave. This is their toilet. Do you see it? It's in the corner. They've been here for 2 years. As soon as the prison opened, all criminals were transferred here. The guards cover their faces out of fear that one of the inmates might manage to contact someone outside to take revenge on their families. Now we're heading to the solitary confinement cells, where any prisoner who misbehaves ends up. This is what keeps them in line. There's no light. This is the solitary confinement cell.
There's only a cement slab.
This is the solitary confinement cell. If any prisoner misbehaves, they are placed here for 15 days. They don't even leave their cells for meals. Food is delivered inside. Beans and rice, no chicken, no meat. Later, I interviewed one of the gang members. He is an MS-13 member.
So how many person he killed? 30.
He has killed 30 people.
So can we see his tattoo?
Look.
Does he regret what the criminals?
Do you regret what you did in the past?
Encontrándome un penal de máxima seguridad donde solo lo básico se le da a uno, se lamenta uno, quizá uno se hace fuerte durante el día, pero en la noche uno se lamenta y llora, encontrándose en esta condición.
He says he cries every day and regrets what he has done, but it's too late. He feels remorse, but he must face justice.
So when he enter the gang, like how old he was?
Como la de 11 años.
He joined the gang when he was just 11 years old, and now he is here in Secot. What the president did was bold and brilliant. When he was first elected in 2019, his approval rating was around 50%.
Today, El Salvador has broken all the records.
But in 2024 elections, he won by a landslide with 85% of the vote.
Here in total freedom and security. Here in the safest country in the entire Western Hemisphere.
Why? Because for the first time, the people felt safe. This is the end of our tour of Secot prison. What did you learn from this episode? There's a lot we can learn from this president.